There is so much confusion going around, isn't it? Trump on Wednesday made this bombshell claim out of nowhere that the US intends to own Gaza alongside Israeli PM Benjamin Netanyahu. As Israelis started rejoicing over the idea, the entire Arab world got a rude shock. Nations from Turkey to Saudi Arabia, Jordan to Egypt, everybody condemned the idea. Soon after, Trump's officials started striking a cautious tone, implying that the administration was walking back on the own Gaza claim. Secretary of State Marco Rubio on Wednesday sought to reverse Trump's suggestion that Palestinians in Gaza would be permanently resettled in neighboring countries, saying the idea was for them to leave the territory during an interim period of reconstruction and debris clearing. This certainly sent a clear message to Israelis that there is some confusion among Trump officials. At the same time, the Arabs heaved a sigh of relief. But on Thursday, Trump doubled down on his Gaza claim. Trump said that the US would assume control of the enclave after Palestinians had been settled in far safer and more beautiful communities in the region. Okay, so this further created confusion among both Israelis and Arabs. So, a question is, what is Trump trying to achieve? Trump's Gaza strategy is actually a calculated bargaining play. At this point of time, it feels that Trump has no intention of owning Gaza, just as he has no plans to invade Panama or impose tariffs on Mexico and Canada. Instead, he is negotiating from a position of strength. By casually dropping these bombshells on all parties involved in the talks, he's trying to get everybody on the same page. His comments about a US takeover of Gaza serve a strategic purpose, targeting four key audiences. Number one, Hamas. Trump's message to Hamas is clear: return the hostages and leave Gaza. If not, the US will support actions that force every Palestinian out until Hamas leaders are found. As he warned, if the hostages aren't freed, it will make us somewhat more violent. Number two, the Arab states. Trump needs Arab nations, Egypt, Jordan, Qatar, the UAE, and Saudi Arabia, to push Hamas out and present a plan for Gaza's security and reconstruction. His message: if you don't act, the US will take steps that would anger your populations and destabilize your region. Number three, the Israeli far right. Trump is signaling to Israeli hardliners, including Netanyahu's coalition partner Bezalel Smotrich, that backing the ceasefire and hostage negotiations will lead to gains. He hinted that Gaza could be redeveloped for world people, possibly including Jewish settlers. More importantly, his team is reconsidering US policy on Israel's annexation of the West Bank. People do like the idea, he teased. Number four, his Republican base. Trump is reminding his supporters that Biden delayed weapon shipments and distanced the US from Israel, emboldening Hamas. He vows to stand firmly with Israel, echoing Netanyahu's views that divisions between Washington and Jerusalem have made it harder to deter Hamas. See, Trump is playing a long term game. His strategy isn't just about Gaza. His goals include securing both phases of the ceasefire, ending the war, and bringing the hostages home. Crucially, he aims to bring Saudi Arabia into the Abraham Accords by normalizing ties with Israel. His hint about Israeli annexation of West Bank is significant. He stated that his team is actively working on the issue and will make an announcement in 4 weeks. The timeline serves two purposes: keeping Netanyahu's coalition intact during hostile negotiations and increasing leverage for a broader deal with Saudi Arabia. Trump's potential offer to Saudi Arabia: drop the demand for a Palestinian state, and in return, the US will forego occupying Gaza, while also approving Israel's annexation of the West Bank. Will Trump's strategy work? We will know soon enough.